Assalamu alaikum. I'm going to speak today about the virtue of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, mercy. The literal meaning of mercy is forbearance towards one who is in one's power. Mercy is the characteristic of Allah. There is hardly any chapter of the Holy Quran which does not expound or refer to the virtues attaining to this divine attribute. The second verse of the opening surah, al-Quran, refers to this attribute of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. The Holy Quran is replete with verses extolling the merciful attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If anyone does evil or wrong his own soul, but afterwards seeks for God's forgiveness, he will find God's often forgiving and most merciful. It's Surah 144, Ayah 110. All creation around us is a testimony and proof of Allah's mercifulness. He had inscribed for himself the rule of mercy. The supremacy of this virtue is again repeated in Surah Al-Nisa, verse 54. Allah is forgiving, merciful. Surah 24, Ayah 22, in a verse which is repeated most in the Holy Quran. So this merciful, the virtue of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about mercy is the most talked about or referred to in the Holy Quran. The supremacy of this virtue is again in Surah Al-Nisa. The Prophet Muhammad taught us to Allah in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. Thus, this line has been added as a separate indulge to every chapter of the Holy Quran, except Surah At-Tawbah. All the 114 ayahs, except Surah At-Tawbah start with Bismillah ar-Rahman, the most merciful. Allah has many attributes, but it is His quality of mercy that Allah likes most, and He does wish to turn to you in mercy, and God is all-knowing, all-wise. And again in Surah 4, verse 133, the Lord is self-sufficient, full of mercy. Prophet Muhammad underwent ordeals and privations when the infidels treated him in a most brutal manner, tormenting him in every way. After the death of his beloved uncle, the Quraysh of Makkah stepped up their sinister designs, and they left no stone unturned in persecuting and deriding him and his followers. When he went to Taif, the tribal leaders treated him savagely and refused to respond to his call. Dismissed and followed by vagabonds and spoiled children who drove him, not allowing him to have rest. The Holy Prophet, exhausted, his feet bleeding profusely, sat and appealed to the Almighty to invoke His mercy. The Prophet of God, who has sent as mercy to the entire creation, is continuously directed by Allah to forgive injuries, insults, and persecutions. So now we can, if we apply to this and our daily life towards our brothers, small sins we don't want to forget, if small slanders we don't want to forget. So this is not the teaching of Prophet ﷺ, you know. Imagine if we do that, then how beautiful this world will be. We sent among the pagan Arabs the tying of an animal to the tomb of its matter so that it may die with him was a common custom. Islamic law prescribe methods to deal humanity and humanly and with animals also. So even when it comes to all the creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it was through the mercy, the teaching of mercy is there. The consequence of such mercy is an internal and inseparable part of our religion, and a truly believing soul can never be barbarous. Nations devoid and shorn of mercy became a plague on earth. You can see the Zionist Israelis, what they are doing. So we can refer to them nowadays, or for since their creation, that's what they have been doing. They have no mercy. Yeah. Thus, mercy in this known of our religion and we sought out on practice is earnestly besides the fundamentals forms of worship. They demand to introduce Islamic penal laws as a first step towards building an Islamic society totally negates and repudiates the fundamental injunctions of Islam. This is referring to the Islamic Ummah here, not the West. Abdul Ar-Rahman Pasha, in his book The Eternal Message of Muhammad, has remarked that it was only under the banner of mercy that the Ottoman rulers were able to extend the boundaries of their empire to the gates of Vienna. So the need of the time is to follow the injunctions of the Holy Quran and the Sunnah in a more practical way, so that a truly Islamic society may emerge wherein people abound with mercy and forgiveness. So I just wanted to share the virtue of Islam, which has been mentioned the most in Quran, and it's so true whatever this author wrote in an article, that the nations they are we see the Zionists, they are ruling now or being, but inshallah they will not stay too long. It will not stay too long. Sadaqallah. Assalamu alaikum.